Hey, Drew James here from LearnGuitarInLondon.com. I'm playing the jazz standard, the classic Summertime by George Gershwin. Now, this song has been covered a ton, loads and loads, but I've made you a beginner's fingerstyle version where basically the guitar is doing the singing for you as well as playing the bass notes. So we'll be learning a lot about fingerstyle guitar, and for those of you who are just starting out with it, this is a great song to get started with. Now, you can get the tab to this completely for free. It just takes a name and email address over at LearnGuitarInLondon.com. I've left a link in the video now, and there's a link in the video description. You can join the student area. There's hundreds of free tabs there. Let's start learning it now. Let's look at the beginning of this. Okay, so we're up here on fret 7. That would be the third white dot on most sort of acoustic guitars. So on fret 7, we're going to hold down the thinnest string with our index finger. And our middle finger, we're going to hold down fret 8 on the string above, the B string. Okay, I label the strings Eddie 8, Dynamite, Goodbye Eddie, E, A, D, G, B, E. And one other little thing, just a little bit of admin to get in there, is that when we do fingerstyle guitar, I like to encourage the idea of the thumb playing the top 3 strings. So that's the A, E, A, and D string. The index finger is playing the G, the middle finger is playing the B, and the ring finger is playing the E. Okay, so if we're using the thinner string, it's ring finger. That's the one thing that often gets missed out using the ring finger, right? So we're going to play 7 on the thinnest string and then 8 using ring finger and middle finger. And then we're going to pinch. Now, pinching means pulling 2 strings at the same time. So we're going to play the thickest string and the thinnest string that's holding down the 7. So we get this. Okay, then we're going to play an open E string and then 2 open A strings. That's why they've got zeros written on the tab. Okay, so then open E again. So we're now into bar 3 on the tab. If you haven't got the tab, do get it from Learn Guitar in London because I'll be referring to that. It's completely for free. And if we now go to fret 5 on the thinnest string, and we're going to pinch top and thinnest string, top and bottom string, there you go, I got that. Then little finger on fret 8 on the B like this. Now, if that's too difficult for you, but too much of a stretch, then you can let go with the index finger, that's fine, or you can use the ring finger to try and get to the 8 there. But whatever, we need the 8 on the B string. So we're going to go, then we're going to play the 5 again with a pinch. That's top and bottom string, and 7, so move your ring finger to find 7 on the thinnest string, play it once and then pinch it as well with the thickest string. If I do that bar slowly, it'll be the best way for you to learn it. I'll do it again. Okay, moving on to the next bar. We're going to come down to fret 3 on the thinnest string. We're going to, yep, you've guessed it, pinch. There's a lot of that going on in this song. Pinch the top and bottom string again. Play that. Then open on the thinnest string. Then open on the thickest string, and then 2 opens on the A string. Okay, so I'll start from the beginning, really nice and slow. This is the first line of the tab. Okay, well done so far. Moving on to the next line. Really easy, 3 open E strings. 1, 2, 3. And then we're doing this 7 and 8 that we did when we started the song. So up here on fret 7 on the thinnest string, and then we're going to play 8 on the B string, just like before. And then we're going to go to this. Okay, so I'm holding down the 5th fret on the G, B and the E string. And I'm doing it with a little mini bar chord. You can see that my index finger is pressing down 3 strings at the same time. Now if that's too difficult for you, you could use your middle ring and pinky finger like this, but the bar chord's a really good little practice to get into, especially as this is just a partial bar chord, just 3 strings. It could be all 6, but it's not. So it's a really good way of getting started on bar chords. And with this, we're doing a big pinch, A string, so the thumb on the A string, index on G, middle on B and ring on E. So we're pulling with 4 fingers, well 3 fingers and a thumb. And we're pulling those 2. And then playing the ring finger on that 5 that the bar chord's holding down. And you may hear me do this roll where I'm going thumb, index, middle, ring, which is where I roll on the notes. Now that's more an intermediate technique. You don't have to do that, okay? But just for now, just a big pinch. And then play the 5. Then open A string and then 6th fret on the thickest string, which I use my middle finger for to get that jazzy A sharp. Okay, good. So I'll start from the 7 and 8. Good. This is bar 7. Okay, so for this I'm playing the open A string and then I'm holding the 3rd fret on the thinner string, then 5th fret on the B and then back to 3 again on the thinnest with a pinch, then back to the 5 on the B and then back to 3 again on the E. So I'll do it again. So you can hear it's quite simple. And to make that even easier, you could lift up to the open E string rather than playing that 5 there. You can like this, but I like to fret out the 5 because it sounds a bit nicer. But if you find that too difficult, you can just replace it with a 0 on the thinner string. And then moving into the next bar. Okay, so we have got 2nd fret on the A string and 3rd fret on the thinnest string. Pulling those 2 and then finding the 2nd fret on the thinner string and then playing the B. And then there's a couple of ways you can think of this. If you know a C7 chord off by heart, then that's one way that you can play this. Okay, so you can fret out your C7 and strum the A, D and G string on it twice. And then just move that chord shape, the middle ring and pinky finger down to the 1st fret to do the B7 shape. That's one way you can think about it if you know the C7 chord well. If you don't, then fret it out like this. Fret 2 on the D string, fret 3 on the A and fret 3 on the G, making this shape here. Strumming that twice and then moving that chord shape down to the 1st fret. So you're now on 1, 2 and 2 and strumming that 3 times. And I'm just strumming that with the side of my thumb. If you're not comfortable with that, you could pinch, breaking the fingerstyle rule, with thumb, index and middle. Which actually does sound pretty cool. You've then got a little bit of a journey up the fretboard. So this will take a bit of practice to get quick at. You're going to need to find 7. So from down here on fret 1, you've got to jump up to fret 7 on the thinnest string to find that same note that we've been using, which is the note of B, and playing that a couple of times, and then the 8 again that we're quite used to doing now. And then we're pretty much going to recap the first, bars 2, 3 and 4 in the song. Here we go. This is bar 10 and it's just the same. And this takes us on to the first bar, bar 13 of the bottom line. Okay, so as I said, we've already learnt those bars before, so we've already done that. Now let's learn this new thing here that goes. Sorry. So, first of all, we've got fret 3 found at the end of bar 13 on the B string. So we're going 3, 3 open E strings, and then on the 4th one we go playing the 3 on the B string, then holding down fret 3 on the thickest string and fret 3 on the B string, and doing a pinch, pulling those two together. That's the thumb and the middle finger on your picking hand. After you've done that pinch, you're going to do another pinch, still holding this 3 down on the thickest string, but also playing the thinnest string as an open string. And we're going to keep these 3s held down the whole time. We're going to play this note again, this 3rd fret here. And then move this ring finger down to fret 2, do a pinch on the A string, middle and ring on the thinnest string. So we get this. So it's... and then playing the thinnest string on the 3rd fret straight after. Which you could use your little finger for, or you could just move. And then an open A string. One more time. Then finding fret 7 on both the E string and the thickest D and the thinnest D. Pulling those two. Now you can use ring and pinky finger to do this, which I recommend. It's a little bit more challenging to do, or you can do a little bar chord like this. But I like to use my ring and pinky. We're going to play those 2 7s, top and bottom. Then fret 5 on the thinnest string. Notice it's a little bit of a pain. You can lift up these fingers to find the 5. Okay? Then 7th fret on the thickest string again. And then moving to fret 2 on the A string, fret 3 on the thinnest string, pinching the A, B and E. Then thumb on the B. So that is, if I do it slowly, this is bar 15. Okay, and finally, pinching top and bottom string, open E string, 2 open A's, and then open E string. And then it can go round. I didn't do it in my performance at the beginning, but you can rotate it. You can go round in a circle. You can go back to bar 2, and off you go, round again. Once you've done it the second time round, you can end it with this. 2 open A's, and just take an E minor chord and strum it down. And that will finish the song off really, really nicely and give it a really nice close. Now, it's quite a slow song, this. I suggest you practice it slowly, and I really, really hope that it's enjoyable for you to play. Keep on playing.